Oh
hey. Hello. This is Laura Kane After Dark. I know. In the nick of time, Erik slips on his headphones.
Still adjusting myself.
Okay, first of all, there's two things. I'm Laura Kane, by the way. This is Erik Rimmer.
You look gorgeous, by the way.
How much do you want? Money. Because that was really nice. I don't think you've ever said that to me before. On the podcast.
I say that to you all the time.
Not on the podcast.
I do too.
But these puppies were a little bit out of control.
Oh, is that magic hair?
Of course it is.
Oh, okay.
It's tape on hair. Are you kidding me?
Tape on hair. So
anyway,
I can't run my hands through your hair?
No, you may not. You may not. You cannot.
It'll get stuck in the tracks?
Yes.
Okay.
Please don't out me right off the get-go. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in on Instagram and on YouTube Live. And also, if you're listening after the fact on Spotify or iHeartRadio or Google or Apple, thank you. And do all the things like subscribe and join our Instagram subscription and follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, comment, like, share our podcast with other people. Like I said, do all the things. It would make us so happy. And you know what else makes us so happy is when we make other people happy. And we did make some people happy when we collected all the money for the magical holiday box.
Yes.
And it all went to the Doll Face Club sober living home for women in recovery. And they sent us a little video. So I thought we'd play the video.
Fun.
Yes.
All right, guys. We just want to thank you so much for getting all those donations for us. And we got to use it on the van to get up here all together and listen to Spice Girls. So we want to thank you and all your followers. And 1, 2, 3. We love your podcast.
That's so. She is she coaches people. Her family has a charity. She's just an awesome person. And she does a segment on KOGO AM 600 that's called Lucinda's Goodness and only focuses on the good things in life.
That's what we need.
Oh my God, do we need that? And every single one of her reports is great. So she has a really good backstory and I can't wait to talk to her. So she's going to come on and we need to also talk about our fabulous sponsors. One of them being a great guy.
Jody is on.
Jody French?
Jody Royak, our friend Jody.
Oh,
Royak.
Jody. Hey,
Yes.
Jody,
Hi,
what's
Jody.
up? Anyway, let's talk about Jay Wartzler and Capital Growth Inc. And your money.
Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Look no further than Jay Wartzler, your trusted and our favorite certified financial planner.
Life is full of financial decisions, and with 30 plus years of experience and a dedication to your financial well-being, Jay is your partner in achieving your financial goals.
So if you're at or near retirement and you want to know if you have sufficient assets and income sources for a comfortable retirement, or if you are simply changing jobs and you're unsure about what your options are with your current retirement plan, please reach out to Jay.
Jay Wartzler and the team at Capital Growth go the extra mile to ensure your financial success. Their office is a one-stop shop for financial advising, estate planning, tax preparation, and divorce analysis. Call Jay today at 858-552-6960 or email him at jayw@capitalgrowthinc.com.
She doesn't like any movement whatsoever.
And I am going to our next sponsor tomorrow to get these lines in my forehead removed.
I could hear the bowl of needles clinking already.
I love La Jolla
Yes.
Cosmetic Surgery Center, and here's more about them.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center is the place to go if you're looking to rejuvenate your appearance, tighten and shape your body, and just do something special for yourself. You deserve to look your very best.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center offers over 90 procedures and treatments for a natural, youthful appearance. They are absolutely the best in the business. Try out their treatment planner at glamfam.com. It's so easy and amazing to use.
We can't say enough great things about their board-certified plastic surgeons, and guess what? They offer flexible payment plans so you can start your journey to a better you right now.
Free consultations, too. The very best in the business is in our own backyard. How lucky are we?
Make sure you tell them that Laura Kane After Dark sent you. We love everything about La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. Go to glamfam.com.
Rude my comment.
I really did. Oh my God, I really did. Somebody I forgot to introduce. Producer Brian.
Oh gosh. Hi, Brian.
Brian, hi.
No thanks.
No.
Too little, too late.
Are you still sick? You sound a little.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Maybe.
Are you in a good mood or a bad mood?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're just in your Brian mood. You're in a
just
Brian
tired.
mood. What did you have a big weekend?
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh boy.
All right, so we're going to start off. Eric's going to start off the host chat because he has something pretty personal that he wants to share with you. And I can't even imagine how this must feel. And please.
So I found out on Saturday. I have one brother from my one
Biological brother.
brother. And I found out Friday that he had passed away. And I found out via a family member that lives in another country.
Because you were estranged.
We were very close growing up. We were very close all through our adulthood. And then when my mom got sick is when things kind of went south. And I had always hoped for a reconciliation, and it just didn't happen. And so when I found out that my brother was sick, I also found out through someone else. Mm-hmm. So I did my best to reach out, and
you did.
It didn't happen.
You reached out. He reached back. It was pretty. Wasn't real deep or anything.
No,
but,
not at all. It was very surface kind of.
But you said "I love you" to him.
Yeah, we said it to each other.
Good.
So lots of stuff has just been kind of flooding through the last couple of days.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I made my peace with it, and that's all you can do in a situation like that.
Now, you were telling me how strange it feels.
It does, because everybody in my family is gone now.
You are the last one standing.
I am the last one standing.
Your mother, your father, and now your brother.
And my mom's only sister is gone.
And your grandparents.
My grandparents are gone.
Eric.
Yeah. So it's very weird. So like the last 72 hours, I've just been very, I've gotten in my head a lot about like, should I end, with the exception of my grandparents and my father, nobody has died of cancer. It didn't run in our family. So now the last three people have all died of different forms of cancer. So it's one of those things where I'm like, well, is that what I'm going to,
oh no,
go from? So I'm just, just keeping positive about it. I'm just like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. So, but I do have a doctor's appointment on the 1st.
Oh, good. Because they can detect that, right?
So, but
detect if you markers or whatever.
Yeah. So, that just kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
And so, I'm going to attend the funeral. I feel like it's the right thing to do. For me, and just kind of to honor my family, because I was very close with my parents and my aunt and my brother until
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and I thought
It's going to be really hard.
it's going to be very weird. I don't know. There's kids involved.
Yeah.
And I have not seen them since my
How many
brother.
years? 2 years?
No,
3?
it's been a little over 5.
Oh, that. Oh, wow. I didn't
Yeah,
realize it was
because
that.
I haven't seen them since my mom was diagnosed.
Oh, okay.
So, it's going to be very weird.
Have you seen? I wanted to ask you if you have seen any signs
From my brother?
from any your dad, your mom, well, maybe not your brother quite yet, but
My mom, yes.
what have you seen?
Dragonflies.
Okay, because I so believe that they are still here
Oh, yeah.
with us. We just don't have the senses.
Right.
We don't have the ability to see beyond.
Right.
But I mean, after you tell the story about the dragonflies, I have a story to tell you that's crazy.
Yeah.
I have 2 crazy stories that is like, for me, proof that there is afterlife.
Well, I think I've talked about it on the show before. My dad, when I was growing up, there wasn't cell phones. Like, I'm old. So
There were no
had-
computers.
Right, there was no computers, nothing. There was no cell phones.
computers. There were bicycles and skateboards, and we'd go up and down the street. We wouldn't come home till 5, and then
Right.
we'd have dinner.
We had a black and white TV, and you had to get up to turn the cable, the 3 channels that it was on. So my dad was the phone that we had, the rotary phone that we had on the wall. I had stretched the cord out so far because I would go out on the patio and talk to my girlfriends out there.
I'm sure you
And
would.
my dad would be
Oh my
like,
God.
"Get off the goddamn phone!" And the cord was so stretched out. So when he died, he died about I think it's been 15 or 16 years. The day he died, that night I had come home from the hospital and my phone rang. I had a landline and I picked it up and it was just static. Hello, hello, hung up. It happened again. And so then I didn't think anything about it. And then my mom called and said, "Did you call me?" And I said, "No." And she's like, "Well, that's weird. The phone rang and when I picked it up, it was just static at the exact same time that it happened to me."
Wow.
So it was really weird. I was like, well, that was probably because my mom and I were both guilty of always talking on the phone. And
Is that where
time-
you get it?
Oh, yeah. There was no call
You
waiting.
are a phone talker. Eric is a phone
Oh,
talker.
yeah.
I'm so not a phone talker. But
Yeah.
and I always try to get off the phone.
I know. She's always like, "Oh, I just dropped my napkin." I'm all, yeah. Always
know.
try to get off.
I'm sorry.
I got to do a traffic report. I'm like, "Sure you do."
That's true.
It's like
That's
you're
true.
probably sitting there painting your nails. You're just like, "Oh, I got to do this
Get me
traffic
off the
report."
phone, get me
Yeah.
off the phone.
Yeah. But then my mom was dragonflies.
And okay, so my mom heard that you are to ask those that have passed to show you a sign and a color. So her brother, my uncle, passed away many, many years ago. And about 6 months after, my mom was thinking about him, her brother, and said, "Pat, I would love to know that you're okay. And I'd love to show me something in the color yellow." The next day, she worked upstairs. It was like a 2-story building, and the windows were open. There were no screens, and she was a bookkeeper. One day, in flies through the window a canary and landed on her head. Canaries are yellow.
That is so
okay, so
weird.
that's crazy. And then, okay, so recently, my dad passed away 25 years ago. And he was 60 years old. He was too young to die. And my best friend Stacy and her parents and my parents, we all grew up together. So my parents were friends with her parents, but my dad and her dad weren't like super close. Okay, so that's the backstory. So her dad recently passed. When they went in to clean his house, everything was neat. Everything was like, he was OCD kind of. And he didn't know he was going to die in the hospital. He didn't know that he was not that ill, but he got ill in the hospital. The only 3 things he had on his desk were 2 bills and my dad's funeral card. Like, my dad died 25 years ago. Why didn't he? He didn't have his wife's or his sister's or his mother's. He had my dad's. That's it. 3 things. Isn't that bizarre? And then one more thing. And then, and then we'll get back to, you know, talking about your brother. But before I went to rehab, I was a 5150. You know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to be 3 days in a mental facility. So I was hysterical. It's a very long story, but it was really hard. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where my kids were. Nobody was talking to me. It was like crazy. I was crying. So that night I went to sleep in the blue plastic beds that they have in the mental hospital. And I fell asleep. Then I heard a knock on the door of my room. I opened the door and my dad is standing there. Clear. This is so vivid to me. I can't, the colors, what he was wearing is like the outfit, like a sweatshirt with a stripe on it and his jeans. And he looked super healthy. And I remember looking at him and thinking, I'm looking both scared and surprised and happy at the same time. I wonder what that looks like. And then I went to hug him and I could feel his shoulder bones, and I went on my tiptoes because I had to go on my tiptoes to hug him because he was tall. And then he goes, "Come with me." And he took my hand and we went down the hallway of the hospital. And then he goes, "Look what I can do." And he jumped through the ceiling and then he jumped down through the floor and then he came back up and then he said, "I got to go." I said, "Okay." And then I woke up. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, that was not a dream. This is my lowest point of my life, aside from losing my father. And there he was.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, they're with you.
Yeah. My mom, the day she died, my dad was a landscape architect. So their property was beautiful. And I just wanted to take a walk around the gardens and, you know, there was, it's called Nandina, and it's a very short form of bamboo, and it's very colorful. It's green and it's red, and it gets these red berries on it. And they had it along a perimeter of their property in the front yard. And I got the hose and I was just, you know, kind of watering and just kind of in my head. And all of a sudden, straight out from the Nandina comes, and my mom loved like purples and pinks and stuff like that. A purple dragon, like an iridescent purple dragonfly. And it flew around my head and then it flew away. And then maybe a month or 2 later, I was working on a TV show and we were way out in the desert. And it was a show about equine therapy for people that have been through traumatic experiences. And during my lunch break, I was walking along this little creek that was on the property, and 2 dragonflies. And I hadn't seen a dragonfly in,
I don't remember the last time I've seen a dragonfly.
100 years. Like,
they're not super common.
No. And there they were sitting on a little stone on the creek, and I was walking by and they flew around my head and then flew back down on the rock.
I love it.
And now every once in a while, like when I've been hiking and stuff like that, every once in a while, you know, I'll just go, "Hi, Mom."
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah.
Gosh, I know. You just keep your eyes open because I think your brother's going to send you signs too. I don't know. Was there a thing growing up?
I hope it's not an anvil like falling on my.
No. When you go to the other side, all is forgiven and everybody's happy. That's what I think anyway. I'm sure the piano's going to fall out a window.
I'm not walking around any ladders.
That is horrible. Erik, stop. That's terrible. Okay. Now, do you have any Double D news before we bring on?
I actually do.
Okay.
So
let's play double D music so we can sound like we got our stuff together.
oh my gosh.
No, you can start the double Ds. You don't need to wave to people on Instagram.
It's not an intro. It's just backtrack.
Oh, it is. That's right. The Coachella Festival has experienced the slowest ticket sales in 10 years. Passes are still available for both weekends, which in previous years sell out in minutes. Who cares?
Well, there's no,
The headliners include Lana Del Rey, Doja Cat, and Tyler, the Creator. I have no
doubt
idea who Tyler, the Creator is.
Those are actually
Tyler-
pretty good headliners.
Tyler, the Creator, I saw him when I saw Eminem, Beyonce, and Tyler, the Creator. And it was really great.
Where?
Coachella.
Oh, really? Oh, you were there that year?
Uh-huh.
I wasn't there, but I saw a video of Eminem's performance, and it was pretty doggone good.
It was so, I'm a huge Eminem fan.
Yeah, I like him a
huge,
lot.
huge. And the Beyonce, Coachella's too packed. I can't. I'm too old. I'm too
I
old to
would
deal
not
with,
be able to
with
handle
that
that.
many people.
It's
Hi,
not
Michael
fun.
Tyler.
Anyway,
I don't know how it's fun.
it wasn't.
In the middle
And
of nowhere.
you can't get anything to drink, eat. Lines. But anyway, the performances were great.
You would never find me at
Oh my God, Eric, you would have a panic attack. You would melt. You would, I don't know.
I can't do crowds like that. And it's dirty.
It's
I don't.
Oh,
I do
the
not,
outhouses.
No, I do not poop or pee in an outhouse. I will find a bush and risk getting arrested.
Oh my God.
There is
well,
no way
you
I
won't
will
be
go.
alone. That's the thing.
I will not poop into a hole where 500 other people.
Ew, please,
No
please.
way.
Please,
Never going
please,
to
please.
happen. Oh, that was too much?
Well, we
That
have
was
a
too much
guest.
for
We
you?
have a, come on. I don't want.
She's not going to come up here now.
I know. That's the problem.
She's probably glad that she's sitting on the.
I
next to
know.
you.
That's why I purposely do that.
Jon Stewart is returning to The Daily Show on Comedy Central, but only on Monday nights.
That's cool.
The remainder of the week will be handled by a team of correspondents.
He wasn't good.
Yeah. What?
Nah, he was lame.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
Oh, boy.
I don't think he was that good.
What do you think? Trevor Noah's like amazing?
No, I think political commentaries as an entertainment is generally not fun at all.
I think that Jon Stewart was very, very clever and witty and
Kind of.
funny. And
He was one of those guys that would just poke issues, and then when anyone came at him, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm just a comedian." He was just like, yeah, he got kind of tiring.
well, wow.
That's okay.
Only Monday nights, okay? You can.
Well, I mean, I
not that
don't-
you watch that show anyway.
Yeah.
Now I don't think.
I don't mind.
Are you guys watching Griselda?
I tried to watch that on Netflix. It's with Sophia.
Vergara.
I can't.
Why?
I'm not. I couldn't get into it.
She is going to walk away with an Emmy,
I
a
don't
Golden
think
Globe.
so.
Oh, she
I
is.
think it's-
She's so good.
Did you
What
try
is
to
wrong
watch
with you
it?
two?
I've seen clips.
Clips.
I think she wants this to be her Emmy award, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
well,
I can tell
I'm.
you right now, I'm
That's
predicting.
well. You know what? That's sweet. That's nice. Is that all you have for Double D's?
No.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting engaged?
Oh my God!
That's a rumor.
At least that's what one celebrity astrologer thinks, and he's got
an astrologer.
yes.
Well, Laura, you should take that as fact.
Kyle Thomas has been featured on tons of outlets, and he is saying that it's happening.
They
We'll
are
see.
so. They're so cute. They're gonna have babies like right away.
Who cares?
Oh, I care. I'm a
Why?
Swiftie. Because I'm a kind of a Swiftie.
I like Taylor Swift.
That's fine.
I do not know who he is at all.
He's an NFL player.
And they're in the
Okay.
They're in the championship.
And yeah, of course, the one year he.
Great to me.
This is the best. This is the best evidence the NFL is rigged. That he starts dating Taylor Swift, and they're going to the Super Bowl.
Wait, you think you think that it's rigged?
No, but I'm just saying that's the best evidence we'll ever have. Is the one he just starts dating Taylor Swift, and boom, he's going to the Super Bowl. So
Well,
they get the
she's-
most camera time for her.
A good luck charm. That's great. It's just he's happy, so he's playing well.
That's not what. It's a tight end. He's not like a quarterback.
Well, so what? Anyway, that was cool.
The only
and I'm
thing
glad-
I understood out of everything that you said was tight end.
Taylor Swift is not interested.
okay.
All I understood
Okay.
out of that whole thing.
What else?
Cher was again denied conservatorship over her son Elijah Allman.
Oh, wait, and he has what issues?
Substance abuse problems, and
okay.
she's afraid that he's going to blow through his whole. He gets a what you call it?
An allowance?
trust.
Oh, his
Yeah.
trust.
That's kind of I mean, that's not a minor issue. But that's kind of a minor issue for a conservatorship, though.
Well, I guess there's been a lot of issues, so
Yeah. I mean, look at Britney. She'd have like a full like public, collapse to get a conservatorship on her.
She had to shave her head and hit someone with an umbrella.
Yeah.
What else?
Kim Kardashian is producing a Liz Taylor doc.
So now she's a producer.
And she's appearing in it too.
Oh my gosh.
I will probably pass on that.
Wait, like Liz Taylor, the clothing brand?
No, Elizabeth Taylor.
Kidding.
Who
I
is
was
he
like,
thinking
if he
about?
tells me he doesn't know who Elizabeth Taylor is.
No, I'm kidding.
Who is he thinking about clothing brand?
Never mind.
Gloria Vanderbilt?
No, never mind. You missed it.
Did it go over my head?
A little bit, but it's
Mine
fine.
too.
Okay.
It's called Elizabeth Taylor, Rebel Superstar, and it's on the BBC, and it's a 3-part series.
Wow, okay. So she's going to make more money. More
like
money,
she
more money,
needs
more money, more
more.
money. Okay.
That is all.
Okay. Let's play our intro music and bring her on.
Yeah, baby.
Joy maker. Wonderful person. Always smiling. Come up, Lucinda Kay. She is a reporter at KOGO AM 600 for iHeartRadio here in San Diego. But not only that, she's been many other things, and she is many other things. And here, this is what I was going to do. I was going to. I know the way that this is all set up.
So ladylike.
Oh my God! There you go.
The way you slid in there
You
was
did that
very
well.
good.
Now I'm going to slide out because I'm going to move this over there so they can see her on Instagram. Wow. So hi, you guys. Say hi to each other.
I love your shoes, Erik.
Oh,
Those are
thank you.
fabulous.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I love. I pretty much wear some version of sneaker running shoes every day. I have to buy clothes to go with my running shoes.
I buy shoes to go with my clothes. I have so many. These are the Puma. It was a thing that they did with Dunkin' Donuts. So I have these shoes in 3 different styles.
Oh, I see that now.
There's a little donut on it.
Oh my gosh.
Those are. Do you honestly like those, Lucinda?
I love them. Yeah.
Really?
I love them. Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to adjust this differently? How's that?
That's good. You know how to work a mic?
I know. I just don't know your set, though, sister. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up whatever Brian has sorted out.
Oh no,
here,
he fixes it. If it's messed, he fixes it.
Okay, awesome.
He fixes it. So thank you so much for joining us, Lucinda.
Oh my gosh, this is my pleasure. I'm so honored. Thank you.
You came into the building and like immediately. Sometimes you have to pass through sometimes the newsroom to get from traffic over to like a radio station in the iHeart building, and there she was with the biggest smile and hi, I'm Lucinda. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You want to come out and play? Want to be my friend? I'm totally that girl.
She's totally that girl.
I'm still waiting to find my best friend at work.
Oh,
Can you be it?
Can we be work best friends?
Woo!
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I don't have a work best friend.
Oh my God. I'll meet you in the hallway.
Okay, that's awesome.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Now, when you sent me.
You know what that means, though.
What does that mean?
You're going to turn into my best friend.
Yes.
Oh, and then you know what that means.
You guys are going to make me cry.
No, you know what that means. Because he claims that I'm his best friend, but it's not true. Mm-hmm. Marla is his best friend, his girl. They grew up together, and that's fine. I'm number 2, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But then there's Karen.
I thought you were number 3.
I'm neck and neck with Karen right now.
Is that what he tells you?
So if Lucinda comes in the picture,
Yeah.
she's going to surpass, I think, me for sure. And
There's plenty of
possibly
love.
Karen.
There is
See,
plenty
that's
of
what
love
I
for all
say,
of us.
Lucinda.
There's
God,
no
you guys-
levels. There's just
I said I can have my
inclusive light and
angels,
love.
Eric's angels.
Oh my God, that's fabulous.
Yeah, see?
Oh God, that is no. There needs to be a 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4.
I'm Charlie, and then
Look,
I
I'm
can
already
have 4.
bossing you in your own set. No, that's not the way it is.
Way to do it.
I'm with Lucinda on this.
Well, okay. What intrigued me about your bio that you sent me about your past is that you had a really hard time growing up, and that you easily could have turned to drugs, alcohol, a whole different kind of life, but you steered in a different direction.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, I grew up in a lot of love and a lot of chaos, and a lot of my mommy and daddy loved me and built me up. and then a lot of really hard times. My daddy was a heroin addict, and when my daddy was clean, our lives were full of creativity and brilliance. Oh, I haven't talked about my daddy for a long time. And when he was clean and sober, then our lives were full of vibrancy and creativity. My daddy was brilliant, and he was super talented. And my mommy is steady and a hard-ass worker, and she made our lives happen.
Oh my! Are they still with us?
My mommy is still with us.
Yeah.
And my daddy OD'd when he was 48, so I'm older than my daddy now.
Oh my God! I'm
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was, let's see, I guess I was 23.
Oh,
but before that, we were gifted a full year of sobriety as a grown-up. You know, we'd had lots of on and off right through my childhood, but as a young adult then, I got to have a full year with my daddy, clean, you know.
being his friend.
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
cool.
It was amazing.
How old were you at that point?
I think I was 23.
Oh, 23. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So did you make the decision to just say, like, I'm not going down that path. I'm going to take a totally different turn here. And what made you go into this profession? Because I know you've been on TV news, you've been a TV anchor, you've been a radio, you're in radio now, but what made you jump into this field?
You know, when I was a little girl, I have always been full of light and see light in others. And so that really just afforded me, people always came along my path to help look after me. I have so many mentors in my life. So many people helped me get to where I am today. My mommy and all these amazing, I always say I come from a mighty tribe of women. Each auntie taught me a different skill and kept me on the right track. And I really paid attention. I wasn't somebody who, I didn't have to make my own version of the same mistake. I can go make my own mistakes and learn from them. But, you know, I didn't have to repeat the cycles. And I learned very early on that I could easily become one of the statistics. I could easily stay in the cycle of poverty and drugs and crime and choose, you know, a dark path to cope. And instead, you know, I rebelled and went toward the light. However, I'm just surrounded by people who helped make that happen.
Do you want to give any shout outs?
Oh my gosh, my mommy. Everybody calls her Mama G.
Mama G. Where's Mama G?
Mama G is probably watching right now.
Mama G. Hi, Mama G.
Yeah, she's in Ashland, Oregon, my hometown.
Oh, okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, she'll be here soon to visit me. My mommy, no matter where I have lived in my career, and I've lived in other countries, my mommy always shows up. No matter what. From the time I was a little girl, that woman always shows up.
That's amazing.
And then all these aunties, my Aunt Gretchen, she's all about practicality. My Aunt Patty, she's all about Zen and, well, let's figure out the right way to go. And my Aunt Loney, she just teaches us how to laugh and taught me how to do my nails. And all of them are like in the industry, hair and skin and nails. So I got to grow up with all these, you know, really lively, creative women. My Aunt Leilani taught me how to paint my nails while I drove a car, you know, when I was a teenager. Like everybody played a role. Coach Nagel, the football coach in high school, he was my first powerlifting and bodybuilding coach. So he taught me how to be strong mentally and physically and showed me what a healthy man looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my list is long, y'all.
Wow.
It's really long. At all times in our life, I believe that, we should have people we look after, and we should have people who look after us.
So that's interesting because did you, growing up, it sounds like you gravitated more towards adults.
Yes. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
And I'm a big sister, like through and through, and I have a baby sister. My baby sister, Sarah, she's like, she's just such a gentle little being. I'm like sturdy cotton, and she's like silky linen, you know, she's all
Ooh,
soft
I love the
to my
description.
boldness, you know what I mean? And I was a legit big sister. Probably had a, you know, like I tried to control things, you know, as a big sister does in those kinds of households, that I could save the day and save all the humans. And, I had to learn my way through that.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm a big sister too. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
because I preferred to hang out with adults than I did people my own age.
I always hung out with people that were older than me. Yes.
Yeah. It's so weird, the profession that we're all
I know.
kind of in, because
Yeah.
I never.
Because we wanted mentors, and
Yeah.
And look at Brian. Brian is 23 right now.
Oh God, you're my mentor. Oh boy.
No, I'm not saying no. That is not. Well, I'm just saying that on Monday nights anyway, you hang out with people who are way older than you are.
Mm-hmm.
And
In my
fun
case,
to be.
way older.
well, in my case, way older.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Could
Grandma.
have birthed him. Jeez. Anyway, when did you come up with Lucinda's goodness?
Oh, that's funny because I've been in the business since 1994. In TV for a long time, consulted, and this is my second radio gig as a news anchor. And no matter what market I've worked in, they have come to me and said, could you please create a series called, and it's always been some version of Lucinda's Goodness. It just might have had a different name in the various markets. And I do a lot of coaching, and I get to write, and a lot of people will say, oh, that's Lucinda's goodness, or what's your goodness today, Luce? Just like in general conversation. So then when talking with, our great bosses there at iHeart and KOGO, Cliff and Mary, they're so amazing. Cliff was like, I did some really sweet, fun story that had a bunch of little kids in it. And he said, that story you did last week with the little kids? That's what I want I want a series like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's exact, because I already know it's coming, right? That's part of my mission in this life is to find light and shine it more brightly and give people a platform to shine brightly.
Yeah.
So I always know it's coming. And so I got excited. I get excited when I'm like, okay, here it comes. And he's like, now we just got to figure out what to call it. And I'm like, Lucinda's Goodness. He's like, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, I know.
Now, do you do a report every day? Do you do one every week? Is it weekly? Is it like a time where we can tune in and hear it?
Yeah, for sure. So, I'm a news anchor, so I do cover all the regular news every day. But my Lucinda's Goodness airs every single day. It's a daily, and you can hear it at 6:25 a.m., 8:25 a.m., and then it's on the iHeartRadio app, and you just have to look up Lucinda's Goodness, and then they're all right there.
They are.
my
I've
God.
been listening to them.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes.
I hope you've liked them.
Yes.
And they come from around the world, so anyone who has great story ideas for Lucinda's Goodness, you just have to send me a message. It's global. I interview people all around the world,
What was your last story?
Oh gosh, what was my story? Sometimes I forget what I did.
I know, probably. Or
you leave
maybe you're one of your favorites.
I have. That's too hard. I really love stories where children are doing the right thing. I think my goodness this morning was about a high school senior where she has like a 4.65 GPA, and she's a star on the basketball court. And she's in the San Diego Police Cadet Academy, and she has applied to 159 colleges, and they've all said yes.
Oh my gosh,
God.
that is
She's waiting for 15.
incredible.
Yeah, so that's a beautiful young woman. A rookie superstar football player from the Rams is paying to send a retired airman to the Super Bowl. Gosh, Girl Scout cookies are coming up, and last year I interviewed these two little tiny sisters, and they all they sang their math song, and they knew how to add everything up. The thing about goodness is that it's supposed to be a moment of respite. It's a chuckle, it's sweet, it's kindness, it's nonprofit work. It's not always light. Sometimes it's heavy. Last week I talked about suicide rates among our military, and that there's a new federal program in place that makes it so any service member can receive free crisis care, whether it's a VA or a regular hospital or a doctor's office. So that's a brand new
Oh, good.
Oh wow.
federal
Good.
policy, and it saved like 51,000.
Oh my God.
Already?
Yeah.
Wow. Now
That's
that's good
amazing.
news.
Yeah.
Wow. And your family has a charity.
Yeah,
Great
a
Shape
nonprofit.
Inc.
Yeah,
A nonprofit. So
yeah.
tell us about that. And it's in Jamaica?
Yeah, Great Shape Incorporated. We were founded in 1988. It is through service, really, that we found freedom.
Who's we?
and
You and your
connection.
mom?
Yeah,
And your
in my
aunts?
family,
Okay.
yes. So my mommy had never been out of the country, and my Aunt Patty, who I told you about, she's done a lot of traveling, and she is a flower child through and through. She has often shown up just when you need her most. And my mommy hadn't been anywhere, and it's after we'd gone through a particularly hard time with my daddy, and he didn't live in the house anymore. And my Aunt Patty says, it's time for you to go on an adventure. It's time for you to set yourself free. So she took my mama to Jamaica in the early 80s, and my mama says as soon as she stepped off that plane, she just felt like she was home.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And in my family, no matter where we stand, we make family. So, y'all are my family, right? Like that's
Yeah.
just how that's how we operate in my village. And so then my baby sister and I, and then we got to start going to Jamaica because we made family in Jamaica. And then in 1988, Hurricane Gilbert hit the island, decimated the island, and our friends and family were suffering. And so we threw a reggae party. I was a senior in high school. And we gathered up money and supplies, and my mommy was on the first plane into Jamaica, allowed in after the hurricane. And my mommy in those days could hardly speak her own name. She was so shy. And now I can write speeches for her, and she leads humanitarian projects, and she's the ambassador. So we grew from this duffel bag charity to now fast forward, and we lead some of the world's largest international humanitarian projects. Dental care, eye care, literacy programs, computers, teacher training. Everyone is welcome because we have a job for you. And Sandals Resorts International, Sandals Foundation, they are our number one sponsor. So they host all of our volunteers at no charge. You come for 1 week or 2 weeks. You work your ass off in the day. Can I say ass?
You can say the F word
anything.
if you want to.
Oh.
But
Well.
but I know you wouldn't want to say that.
I actually learned how to say the F word in my 40s, but my mama still doesn't like it. when
No,
I
Mama.
say
And if Mama's
F
watching,
word.
no.
But you work your ass off in the daytime, and then you live it up at nighttime. And Sandals is Jamaican owned, and now we serve on several of their other islands where they exist.
Okay, so if
So you two should come. You three.
I would go in a
love
heartbeat.
that because
Yeah.
I would love to help people, and then of course I've always wanted to go to Jamaica, and I think the people there are probably incredible.
Yeah.
So
Can
how?
you imagine this group on a plane together?
Oh my God, that'd be awesome.
I would be, oh my God, it would be so much
And
fun.
everybody would love it because we bring all kinds of laughter and
Oh,
joy
for
and
sure.
make people
Yeah,
feel
just
at
like his
ease.
last airplane ride.
Oh, I heard about your last airplane ride.
Oh my God.
I was a delight.
You
I
were
don't know.
such a delight. Yeah, right.
I would have stood up for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would have. They would have heard that
For sure.
So how does one get a hold of you, Great Shape Incorporated, or
yeah,
become
thank you.
involved in this?
Yeah, all you have to do is we have our website, greatshapeinc.org, greatshapeinc.org. And you can check out all the projects there. It's almost time to announce our dates. We receive the new list usually each February, and so then we'll post the new dates. So we have like a 92% return rate on our volunteers, so it moves fast. If you want to go, like you should apply to go quickly. And everybody just like sits waiting for the announcement of the dates of their particular project. Some people go back to the same project every year, and it's like a reunion for them. Other people try new projects. And it doesn't matter what you do for a living or what age you are. We'll put you to work. We'll train you. We have orientations, and part of the curriculum I write is on collaborative communication, because you've got to turn a group of strangers into a synergistic team in 24 hours.
Oh, that'd be Laura and I. You, Laura and I.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, boom.
Done.
Yeah,
Ready?
you're a communications like coach. Is that what you were
Yes.
talking about?
Yeah,
like, is
yeah.
that to try to get people to work as best as they can as a team?
Right. Yeah. So individually, I teach people to like share their story more effectively, get more in touch with themselves, and then be able to communicate it. And then with teams like that, Then I teach the art of the exhale, focused messaging, and engaged listening. And we have protocols and
What's focused messaging?
Focused
I mean,
messaging.
yeah.
Yeah. That's where you are so clear about what it is you want to say. You can speak it in one sentence and you just stick to that. Like, let's say you're in an argument, okay? Let's say you guys are having a slumber party and somebody, they leave the wet towel on the floor and they spit the toothpaste on the mirror and they don't make the bed and they like the AC really cold and you like to be really warm. And, but you still have to get where you need to get in the morning, right? You still need to be on time, 7 a.m. And the one person takes a really long shower and the other person is super quick, like, I can get ready 22 seconds. I'm super fast. Okay, so then you get an argument about that. Normally you're going to be like, man, I'm sick of the towel and the toothpaste and the bed and it's too cold in here and you're so thoughtless. What is the other person going to do?
I know what you say. Get out of my house. Right? Am I right?
That is an option.
Do you
It is an option, sure.
start with something positive and then say the thing and then end with something positive?
Well,
Sandwich it?
You could do that. However, your goal is to get where you need to get on time.
True.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means really the one thing that you need to work out is the shower time. Because you can get ready on time if there's a towel on the floor. You can get ready on time if you've been too cold, unless you didn't get enough sleep. All those things aren't necessarily affecting you getting somewhere on time. But if someone takes an hour shower and you are outside waiting outside the door, so you say, you ask yourself, what is my goal in this conversation? My goal is to get to work on time, or my goal is to get a hot date, or my goal is to receive permission for this or consent for that, or what. You decide what your goal is and you only share information to back that up. So you say, I notice you like to take a really long shower and that must feel really good. The other person's like, yeah, I'm down for the long shower. I got to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then you can say, I am actually very fast in the shower. I wonder if I could get in the shower first. I'll be out in 22 seconds, and then you can have the bathroom all to yourself, and I will have already left for work.
That was non-confrontational. That was actually nice.
Yeah.
I didn't feel any kind of...
Yeah. Say what you want, say what you need in a really clear way. So many folks just like dance
Yes, they
around.
do.
Or
Yes, we
they
do.
get so caught up in being irritated. And, today I had to go in and have a conversation with a boss, and I didn't really need anything to be fixed. I just wanted to be heard. And so that's what I said. I said, do you have a minute for me to share some irritations I'm having? I don't need you to do anything about it. I just
Want to be heard.
need to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, come on in.
How'd it go?
Great.
Good.
It then actually became like an hour-long conversation of bright ideas and, how can we influence? How can we collaborate? How can we all be working together,
Of course.
Yeah.
Another thing that I saw was that you could be convinced to do some karaoke. There's a great
Totally.
karaoke place right here on Washington.
No way.
It's called the Lamplighter.
Oh my gosh.
You do love karaoke?
I love
Okay,
karaoke.
what's your go-to song?
It's always old country stuff like Patsy Cline,
Oh, really?
Crazy,
I'm getting
Walking
my
After
creative
Midnight.
juices are stirring right now.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Do you guys sing karaoke?
No,
No.
but
Yes, I do. Some
do.
I have many
I get
times.
nervous though, so
Me too.
I only stick to a very short list of songs.
guess
You
who's
know-
coming with us to Jody's house?
I know. Oh, our friend Jody has karaoke parties all the time.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
this is the song I used to pick because I used to think that I could sing it well, but I never could. You know that song by Bonnie Raitt, I Can't Make You Love Me?
Yes.
I would get up.
That's a hard one.
I know. What is my problem? People are partying.
Oh, I'm
it's a
sure it
Saturday
was
night karaoke, and I'm like, and I can't make you love me.
Do you guys remember the days when karaoke was karaoke?
Oh, yeah.
And people would show up at the bar with their own headset. There used to be this guy who always got in line first, and he'd have his own headset. And so during the instrumental interludes, he'd go order his beer. He was probably probably like 6'5", super skinny. I can see him clear as day. And this is way back in the day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. You were talking about goals. Do you have, I mean, you've seemed like you've reached all your dreams. Like, do you have a goal? Do you have a dream? What is your dream?
I have a lot of dreams.
Okay.
I have a lot, I've really worked hard to set intentions. For example, I can muscle my way through anything physically and mentally. I can muscle my way through it. And so my goal, my intention, what I've been trying to learn the last 8 years is to have more finesse, to have more ease in it. Not everything. I don't have to fix everything. I certainly can. I'm very solution oriented, extremely resourceful, but I don't have to. I also don't need to use all my muscles in every situation. I can listen.
Mm-hmm.
I can be quiet. I can just love you. You know what I mean? I can be softer. I went to the Rose City School of Burlesque in Portland, Oregon, because I came out of a hard relationship and I needed to find myself again. And because I can muscle my way through everything, I'm like Sporty Spice. I move like this. So I went to the School of Burlesque so that I could learn how to have more ease in my body, be more sensual, I guess would be the word, but really just,
oh, wow, how fun.
you can, the first group and everybody's sitting in a circle. It is so emotional, all sizes, shapes, types of people, and all there for a seemingly different reason, but really all the same reason, just to find our way, find a new way within ourselves. Some people could hardly even roll their shoulders. Now, I know how to be on stage. I know that even if I can't dance or I forget something, I can still be on stage and I will still be alive after the fact. But not all the people in the class knew that. Mm-hmm. They had no idea that they could survive. And so to go from the first day where they could hardly do a shoulder roll to warm up to their own version of a strut, swagger across the stage, shirt open, it's like, it was the most beautiful, empowering experience. And of course, my mommy and my aunties flew to Portland to come to my recital.
That was incredible.
Where did she fly when you lived over? You said you lived out of the country. Where did you live?
Oh, I've lived in Central America, South America, Jamaica. She lives in and out of Jamaica as well. But Eastern Washington.
Where's okay? What cities there?
That's like Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, Eastern. They took really good care of me. I love that community. Shout out, to Tri-Cities and Spokane. But those aren't necessarily like, my mommy loves the tropics. She loves to be warm. My hair is sticking to my lip
Is she still
gloss.
in Oregon then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and
I want her to move. I want her to move here with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
She should.
I need to manifest a home. You asked about goals. That's what we started to talk about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I took us on a little journey there.
I loved it. It was fun.
Of finesse. But I would love to have like a home or like a few cottages, and mommy's in one and
like
I'm in one with Marcos.
Kind of.
Yeah, it needs a better word than compound, but that's it. In community. I want us all to live in community with each other. You guys can live there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
look.
Oh my gosh.
That is another...
Okay, because we're gonna grow old together. We've decided, and
Yes.
we're
gonna lay in the same bed like Willy Wonka style, like the grandparents in Willy Wonka. We're gonna have all the streaming services. We're gonna order DoorDash every day, and do all the fun things. So we can be in one of your cottages.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And we don't
community.
ask for much. I'm
We
super
don't.
clean.
He's
I
very
cook.
clean.
I'm very clean. I eat.
Do you like to clean after
like
other
to clean.
people?
Yeah.
Okay, because
Well,
that would be me. I'm not the cleanest person in the world, but you know what? Some of us need a little help
If
with
we
that.
all, bring our gifts and define it as
And
such.
then if I'm annoying you too much, then you'll come with me with a very clear message, right?
Lucinda has a very
She has
yes, a
something
very clear message.
for me.
Do you need to take a walk outside? I might use that one.
Yeah.
Then I know. Something's
You've
coming.
been inside for 3.5 months now. Do you need to go outside? I do have a very funny story for you regarding Lacey, Washington.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yes. So one of my first trips up to Washington, I was planning a very fun event, and I thought we'll go to a winery.
Yeah.
Because I heard that they have such all the great wineries were so far away. I was like, nobody's going to drive 4.5 hours to one of these places. So I found one called the Medicine Creek Winery.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but anyway.
Uh-oh.
It was very close. It was in Lacey, Washington. And everybody said, we've never heard of it. Well, you'll know why. So we're driving, and we get to where it's just trailer parks everywhere.
Right.
And I'm like, oh boy, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Winery being in this area, I'm not sure. And there's just dogs running everywhere, and and I said, oh gosh, I don't know. We turn and we go down this road, and we pull up to the winery, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we drive through the gates, and in Washington, they're called honeypots.
What
Porta
are
potties.
what is a honeypot?
The porta potties.
Porta potties.
Oh,
Yeah.
a honeypot.
Yes, they're called a honeypot.
That
And
is like a sweet name for something
I
horrible.
know, for a horrible little building. And so it's just weeds, and there's these guys with just like ponytails, and they're setting up these rickety plastic tables with rickety plastic chairs. And I'm like, I don't think, and then I look forward, in one of the trailers that's on the property, it's looked like rabid dogs like tearing apart the back of a couch, and the screen was busted out. I'm all, turn the car around. And
Nice
my
one.
friend's like, why? What's the matter? And I'm all, no. I've seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We got to get out of here. I was like, no. And we were out of Lacey so fast, and we never came back. So when you were saying, like,
there's a lot of good wine that comes out of there now. I did some of the early stories when I worked there on wineries and hops. When they were first starting to grow hops, started in Eastern Washington. Now,
it's
everybody,
huge.
Everybody has it.
There's breweries everywhere now.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh gosh.
Or one of your top 3?
I love movies like about trials and tribulations and coming out the other side. I'm watching and I like fun series, like I'm watching Sex Education.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You guys watch that one?
I watched a couple of those.
Yeah, it's great. And it makes me chuckle because my friend Deb Barnes, who I collaborate with a lot, I always am talking about safe sex, and I take the opportunity to talk about bodies and consent and all of that. But I just do it everywhere. And she's always like, why do you even have to talk to the server about safe sex? And I'm like, well, because she told me she was going on a date tonight, and she looks about 18, 19. I want to make sure she's well prepared. But so I like that show, Sex Education, because it kind of reminds me.
Have you watched Bonded?
No.
She recommended this to my mom and my auntie Doo-Doo, who's my mom's best friend.
Oh yeah.
Well, because
I
they were
heard about
looking
her.
for something a little dirty.
it's like bondage and stuff, like
but
S&M.
it's a comedy.
I
It
know.
is hilarious.
I'll try it.
Yeah, it's very
check it
funny.
out. Yeah.
Don't watch Saltburn.
Okay.
You won't like it.
Oh,
Sex
it's not up.
Education.
It's not up your alley. I don't think.
Actually, I think I've seen a trailer and I was like, oh, that's.
See, that's totally up my alley.
That doesn't
You'd like
seem
Griselda.
No, I don't
Really?
think she'd like. It's not a happy. That's not
No,
like.
but it's trials
I
and
don't-
tribulations.
yeah,
Somebody
I
that
don't-
comes out on
True,
the other
but
side.
everything has to be
she's
happy.
a drug dealer. Does
Stuff
that
makes-
matter? I don't think that.
Yeah, but there's
Breaking Bad.
Oh. Wait.
No.
What?
So if this is about a drug, it's too
Too much.
too
Too close to
gritty.
home.
too
Okay.
too uneasy in my
I
body.
see.
But
I
see, this
understand.
is a little different because she does it for her family to give them a better life.
yeah.
She she doesn't sample her own product and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's a good story so far.
Yeah, I try not to say no from the get-go to anything,
Yeah.
check it out. Grace and Frankie.
Oh my God, I love it.
I love Grace and Frankie.
Have you watched Ginny and
Georgia.
Georgia?
No,
Oh
but
my God.
I've seen it on
It's
there.
so funny.
I also watch a lot
Mm-hmm.
of NCIS with my sweetheart Marcos. It's like just easy watching. And it's
Yeah.
kind of a chuckle because we started it from the very beginning. I never used to watch it.
A lot of people do that.
I
like
did.
have
I
done
didn't
that
used
recently.
to watch TV quite, that often.
Yeah.
I just didn't have that life. So now I've seen a lot more
Yeah.
because of streaming. But we watch an NCIS. It has a beginning, middle, and ending. People do the right thing. It's interesting enough where you're like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
CIS.
Yes.
I love it. Well, you know what? It's just been an absolute joy having you in here.
my gosh.
You
I
are
can't believe we're
incredible.
done already.
I know. It's been an hour already, and we
It's
gotta
like
let
we
these
need the
people
after
go.
party.
I know, totally.
Big
Yes.
time. We'll go to the lamplighter. Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
Perfect.
Okay, so at the end of our podcast, we say a little something. We say something. I'll say it first, then you say it, and then Eric will say it, and then we'll say goodbye to everybody.
And when we have guests, I don't drag it out.
I know he drags it out when we don't have guests, and it annoys me, and he likes it because it annoys me. Anyway, thank you for watching on Instagram, you guys.
guys.
Thank you so much for watching on YouTube, and thank you for listening after the fact and watching it and whatever. And we love you guys and love your podcast.
Oh, I say it? Oh.
I should have pointed to you. Actually, that was stupid. I pointed to the cameras.
Before I say love your podcast, I want to say I love you, Eric. I love you.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful for this time and grateful you two are out here on the planet doing all kinds
And
of
welcome
good
into our
things.
bestie group.
Yeah, welcome to the bestie. Yeah, welcome to the bestie
Love it.
race. The bestie race.
The bestie race. Okay, now tell me what I'm supposed to
Oh,
say.
love your podcast.
Love your podcast. Okay.
Love your podcast.
I love you, my sweet babies. Bye. Bye, guys.
Love your
Bye.
podcast.
Love your podcast. Woo!